Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around. In today's video, I am bringing you an anti-MLM reaction video. So of course, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's just dive right in. So this first post, I'm gonna go through the caption first. This was, I guess it's a sponsored post. It was on Facebook. So I got a sponsored post it's called Beach Boss Influencers. And I'm saying the name because they constantly have ads, which they are, I'm assuming it's one of those, not MLM guru type things, but those courses that you can take for MLMs and or network marketing, whatever they want to call it, social selling, all the things. But I wanted to start off with this one, and I haven't looked too much into this company, so I don't really know too much about it. If anyone who's watching this has been a part of it, or if you know more, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear your thoughts, experiences, etc. But anyway, so this caption says, "Burnt through your warm market trying to grow your downline? What's next? Spammy, annoying sales messages and social media posts? Absolutely not. Unless you want to repel people and not be invited to any parties or events anytime soon." So just to stop it right there really quick, I mean, yeah, we get those spammy, annoying messages all the time, and it's annoying. Even anti-MLMers, people who are very, very, very anti-MLM, and it's known that they're anti-MLM, but people will still contact you because they don't take a second to look at your profile. I spoke about this in a recent video of mine when I was reacting to, who was it? Was it Ray Higdon? I think it was the Ray Higdon video that I was reacting to him. But in that video, I talked about how there was this one person who I knew in college. We have stayed Facebook friends. We've also stayed friends on Instagram, or we follow each other on Instagram. I don't like a lot of her posts because they are very MLM related. I believe she's in Melaleuca now, but I didn't have a problem with her in college, and I actually liked her in college. I do like her as a person. I just don't like the MLM posts. Well, when my daughter was born, she not only reached out to me and said congratulations, but she has, for the past, I want to say 2 years or so, because she's been an MLM hopper, she has contacted me. And it's always a pitch for something. It's always a pitch for a new MLM. It's always a pitch for products, whatever. So I will say that she does talk about the products. It's not just about recruiting for her. Although that is the that is the ultimate goal with these types of messages. Well, when my daughter was born, like I said, she's part of Melaleuca, and they're known for what they call their non-toxic products, and they have different types of products. But anyway, so not only did she say congratulations, which she should have just kept it at congratulations, and that would have been fine. But she followed it with congratulations, and now that you have a little one in your house, this is the best time to think about switching to non-toxic products, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is that how does she know that I'm already not using non-toxic products? I mean, you can't use toxic products around babies or really around anyone. You can't use, like, even when you're pregnant, you can't use certain cleaning products because it's not healthy. So how does she know that I haven't already switched to non-toxic products or whatever the case may be? But that's a spammy, annoying message that I wanted to kind of use it as an example. But then it says, in fact, constantly posting and messaging people about your products or your ground floor opportunity will repel the vast majority of the people and potentially ruin your reputation with them. Yes, I definitely agree with that. Is there another way? Now there is. Our team brought 32 brand new members in just 14 days without prospecting strangers or sending spammy messages online. Because we were once sick of sending spammy messages too, we understand how it feels, and that's what led us to develop a totally different online recruiting strategy. And we want to share this proven to work formula with you because you shouldn't have to beat people over the head with annoying salesy messages that make you feel like you need to take a bath afterwards in order to grow your team. And then I guess I cut it off at that point and I didn't get the next thing. But anyway, then it says, so you don't have to chase every person around you trying to sell the next best thing, because you will learn how to become an influencer and how to get people to come to you and ask how they can get what you're offering. Okay, I'm going to say something about that, but let me get through the rest of this. It's time to get ahead of the game and stand out from what everyone else is doing. Click the link below to get access to the social influencer formula that we personally use to grow a massive following and huge teams fast. This formula is so simple, anyone can duplicate it. Even if you're brand new, have no name, no following, and no results. Grab it below before it's gone. The duplicating things, whenever they reference duplicating anything, it's always about recruiting. Or maybe not always, let me not generalize, but anytime that I've seen it, it's always talking about recruiting. And we know that in order to succeed within an MLM, there's more of a payout and there's more bonuses if you start recruiting people. But with MLMs, certain bonuses you cannot physically get by just selling the product. If you want to look at the cars that they always talk about, they're not free. But let's say that we're talking about the cars. Let's use Monate as an example. You have to hit a certain rank in order to get the bonus for that car. But if you lose rank, then yes, you're gonna have to pay for that car yourself. I don't remember if they have like a 30-day grace period or something like that, but I'm not 100% sure because I know there's so many MLMs that I've dove into that I can't remember 100%, but some of them do have where you have a grace period and then after that you're responsible for it. But anyway, the portion where it says because you will learn how to become an influencer. Okay, I made a video about this back in, I think it was 2020. I believe it was it's kind of like in the beginning of 2020. Maybe it was, yeah, I think it was the beginning of 2020. I made a video comparing multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing, and influencer marketing. All three of those things are different types of marketing. And multi-level marketing is when you have to have multiple levels. And when it comes to influencer marketing, it's not the same. So you can't say that, oh, we're going to teach you how to become an influencer, and then that's how you're going to hook, line, and sinker people into this opportunity or this biz. Influencer marketing is completely different. Influencers do actually get paid. So let's say that they have a campaign that they're doing, or even on YouTube, let's say that they do an ad read or something. So they get paid a specific amount, and usually there's a contract. If there's no contract, that's a little questionable, but usually there's a contract that you have to sign. Sometimes there's terms where they say it's like a non-compete. So let's say that you're advertising for a skincare company, for example. You can't advertise another skincare company for 6 months. So I think I've also seen a non-compete for up to a year. So make sure that you're always reading. If you're an influencer or if you're thinking about getting into that, make sure that you always read the contract fully because there might be terms in there. And for some people, it might not be worth it with what they're asking for. So they get paid off of that. And if we want to use YouTube as an example, if they're a monetized channel, which most likely they are, there are certain qualifications that you need in order to become a monetized channel. But let's say that they're a monetized channel. So now they're also making money off of Google AdSense. So whenever you see an ad, they're getting paid off of that. In addition, there might be other avenues that they're getting paid as well. Maybe they do affiliate marketing because a lot of influencers, they do use affiliate marketing. But that's a different type of marketing. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but influencer marketing and multi-level marketing or network marketing, they're completely different things. And the thing that bothers me too is that they'll say, oh, well, what's the difference? The name itself is different. So if you say, oh, multi-level marketing is affiliate marketing, the name itself is completely different. They're different structures. They're different ways of marketing. The only difference is that, or one of the only differences with multi-level marketing is that, in my opinion, I do think that it's a scam. But now that I have talked about the caption, I wanted to, because there was a video that was attached to this as well. I think it's like 2.5 minutes long, so I'm gonna try my best not to pause it every 5 seconds because I know a lot of people don't like it when I do that, and I'm so sorry. But when I have a thought in my head, I have to say it, otherwise I'm going to forget. And for some of these, I like to go ahead and react to them on camera. The Ray Higdon one, I did watch that one a few times so that I could go ahead and make notes on it, because I thought it was very imperative for me to make notes on that. But when I'm just doing regular reaction videos, sometimes I will go ahead and watch through it a few times and take notes. But this one, I just let it screen record and I walked away from it. So, but when I read the caption, I was like, okay, yeah, this is another one of those MLM courses type of a deal. So let's go ahead and watch it.
Hey network marketer, stop posting all about your products and opportunity on social media.
Stop sending spammy join my team messages to strangers and stop begging your friends and family to join your team.
I get it. You are a network marketer and you want to grow your team and get more customers.
You might be doing everything your upline tells you to do. You're not seeing any growth, plus you want to vomit.
Thankfully, there's a better way. You can totally skyrocket your network marketing business online if you know how to do it the right way, and we'll show you how later in this video.
Unfortunately, most network marketers don't know how to grow an audience of raving fans who want to buy their product and join their team. But it's not your fault. You just never learned how.
That's why we've made it our mission to help network marketers all over the world leverage the internet to build the business of their dreams.
I don't know why, but it makes me so uncomfortable to see that they're all just like walking towards the camera. I don't know why, and maybe they're all very nice women. They might be very nice women. I don't know, because I don't know them. But just the way that they're walking towards the camera, it makes me really uncomfortable. It makes me feel like it's like a bad dream where there's like a cult trying to get you and they're all like closing in on you. I don't know why, but that makes me feel really uncomfortable. I don't know what they were kind of going for, but it makes me very uncomfortable. But also, in order to make it in multi-level marketing or network marketing, because all of the MLM gurus say this, they all say the same thing. I have the formula. I have the best way for you to be able to make it in this industry. But it's all the same. It's really all the same. It's just a bunch of fluff. It's just, most of the time it's, oh, your mindset. Oh, do these 3 steps and you'll already be better at it or whatever. But really, it's not that. It's, first of all, it is partially luck. Some reps that we've seen have said that they started with 200 followers and it was just friends and family, and now they're a top leader. So for some people, it's luck. However, for other people, I do think that there is a difference between people who get into multi-level marketing and don't know that there's people below them that aren't making money because maybe they climbed the ranks really fast, or maybe when they were at the bottom, in their eyes, they didn't even realize that they were losing money. But I do think that then there's the people who are knowingly scamming people. They know that people below them are losing money. So when it comes to network marketing, it's really the bottom line is you just need to recruit people, because you are barely going to make anything or even break even. You might even lose money if you're just selling the products, because we've seen it time and time again. There's a clip that I have used so many times from a training call that I watched. I think it was back in 2020. It was a Tori Bell rep. This rep is no longer with Tori Bell. She was actually terminated. And I have to double check the lawsuit, because I did want to talk about the lawsuit as soon as it's all said and done and settled, or if they win the case or whatever the case may be. So I do want to go over that once it's all finalized. But that rep in the video, she says, she even does the math and shows that people who are just selling the product, and she said, even if you're going to sell she said sell your face off, that the people who build a team and duplicate far surpass the people who are selling. So really, it's mostly dependent on building a team. Now, if they're actually giving proper tools, if they're teaching you how to sell products, if they're teaching you how to network with people, if they're teaching you different, what's the word I'm looking for? If they're teaching you about the actual products themselves, because you need to know a product in order to sell it. You can't just be like, I joined this MLM, it's skincare. You want to buy from me? Like, no, you have to know, whoops, you have to know about the product. You have to know about the industry. You have to do your research. But that's why these MLM gurus, the courses, it's all just a bunch of fluff. It's also another way to hype you up. A lot of them talk about mindset and personal development, and there is this constant push of personal development and MLMs. When I was in my MLMs, that's what it was. There was this huge push for personal development, and I'll never forget my upline's upline when I was thinking about leaving the first time before her and my upline, my direct upline, talked me out of it. But they actually, they said, you know, have you been reading personal development? Because maybe that's the issue. And it's like, no, that's not the issue. It's not personal development. It's not my mindset, because I'm busting my ass and it's not going anywhere. Anyway, I have talked a little too much, so let's get back into it.
Now, get this. Most network marketers, when they message strangers on social media, they would say something like this. Hey, I have this amazing ground floor opportunity that you would be so great at. Would you mind checking it out? If not, not big deal. Which, if you didn't know, is very spammy and rude.
Lucky for us and our students, we figured out a better way. This might sound crazy, but we've spent over 6 figures to learn what we know how to do now. We actually hired top network marketers, mentors, copy experts, brand experts, and we put our brains together to figure out a better way of doing things.
A better way to attract the right people into your downline by getting your qualified perfect prospects coming to you, wanting to join your team, and customers coming to you as well without feeling like a salesy weirdo.
Our students have used this system to grow audience and teams of thousands of amazing people, and you can too. You just need to be smart about it.
So you just need to be smart about it. No, you just have to build a team. I would love to know who they hired to help them with this course, because I feel like if they hired some people, their reach, I guess, or I feel like they would just be more well known if they hired these really great people to help them with this course. Again, it's making me so uncomfortable that they keep just walking towards the camera. I don't know what their marketing strategy was there. But another thing is, I was just thinking about this. Are they in like a hotel or like a conference center or something? Because I would really love to know the people that are watching them film this, what they're thinking, because yeah, I don't know why. It makes me so uncomfortable.
Here's what we want you to do. Click the link below to learn our proven system. We're giving it away for free. Our proven 3-step formula.
And the best part is this formula works for any niche and any level of experience. Even if you're shy, have no following, no team, and no results. And again, it's free.
You have nothing to lose. Click the link and we'll see you on the inside.
I'm gonna have to click on that link because I'm almost positive that I saved this post. I'm gonna have to click on that link and get that free little course or whatever. So if you guys would be interested in maybe going over that course, leave it in the comment section below, and yeah, maybe we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Now that I have talked about that, this next post is also about these Beach Boss influencer people, the course or whatever. This is just one of them talking, and again, it's another sponsored post, I guess, because I clicked on one. Now I'm getting it on Facebook and Instagram. Anyway, let's just watch this.
Not everybody is your perfect prospect. And one of the examples I have is that I had spoken to my uncle about my network marketing business when I first got started. And then we were having a family barbecue and he happened to be there. And I will never forget it because I wanted to crawl under the table and I was so embarrassed. His comment was, "Are you still doing that pyramid thing?" And all my family was around, right? And at this time, I was actually having a little bit of success and making, pretty good money in network marketing. So
the question is, though, is what is making pretty good money to this person? Because if you think about it, it's kind of subjective, because making good money to her might not be making good money to me. So what exactly is making good money? In addition to that as well, is that profit? Or is that before taxes and expenses and fees and whatever else that you have for your MLM biz? So that's why whenever they say, oh, I make really good money, well, what is making good money, because what is good money to you might not even cover one bill for someone else.
Network marketing. So I did respond with, once you understand how to build online and use influencer marketing, then everything changes for you. And so that's how I saved the whole thing. But it was super embarrassing at the time to have to listen to him talk about, how I had prospected him before. Hey, I'm Brandy, and I'm one of the founders of Beach Boss Influencers.
That's another thing, is that when you start an MLM, they always tell you, talk to your friends and family, get them to sign up with you. So yeah, that is I would be embarrassed too if I asked my uncle, like, hey, you want to join my team, or do you want to try my products? And then later on he asks, like, oh, how's that pyramid scheme thing coming along? Another thing too is the influencer marketing. I already went over this with the last thing, but I really, really cannot stand when these reps try to use other types of buzzwords or other types of marketing that they're trying to, because in my opinion, I think that they're trying to get away from the term or the acronym MLM. They're trying to get away from multi-level marketing. They don't want to be associated with that because there is an anti-MLM movement. They want to get away from all of that because that just sounds icky. It sounds gross. Whereas influencer marketing, that sounds more attractive, if I'm making sense here.
Before I started network marketing, I actually owned my own salon, so a traditional business owner for 26 years. So the turning point in my business was I actually found influence marketing online, and I came across an article that talked about the 5 lies you've been taught about network marketing. And I was like, what? 5 lies have been taught about network marketing, right? So that's where it all started. From there, I hired a mentor to teach me how to build online, and that's where everything turned around. Well, the steps to apply influencer marketing is, number one, you have to grow a targeted audience, and you have to know where those people are. And it's a little tricky on social media, so it's not just, your friends and family that are already on your social media. It's knowing who those people are and where to find them. The second thing is you've got to build that know, like, and trust. Like we talked about before, you have to serve other people first before they actually care about what you want. And then the last thing is being able to promote your business or ask for what you want in a way that makes sense for the person on the other end of either that post, that video, or whatever it is you're doing on social media.
The way that you're going to be successful when it comes to influencer marketing, or if you're a content creator, when it comes to that, I can't really talk because I don't have a large following. This is just from what I've researched and just what I've read about. So you can take this with a grain of salt because, like I said, I don't have a large following or anything like that. But I do think that it has to do with consistency. I do think it has to do with being uniquely your own self and being authentic and not being fake, because people can tell when you're putting on a facade. They can tell. But another thing too that has to deal with, or that has to do with it as well, is luck. There is a little bit of luck that has to be involved in order for you to be successful with something like influencer marketing or content creation, because there are a lot of really amazing and creative people out there that are, I think they're called nano influencers, but that are really, really great, and they don't have a large following. They are some of the most creative people, and they can't grow. They're consistent. They do everything that you're supposed to do, but they can't grow. So it has to do a little bit with luck. Because with social media, algorithms, you never know. There can be a post or a video that you think isn't going to do very well, but it does really well. And then there's something that you work really hard on. It's a project. You've been working on it for months, and it doesn't, and it's a flop. I just had some major technical difficulties with the memory card on my camera, so if the angle is different, I'm so sorry. In addition to that, I was going off on some kind of a tangent, and I don't remember where I was going with it. Anyway, let's try and get through the rest of this video. We're just going to, let's move on to the next post.
When I first started my business, I only used social media to post updates of the kids or wedding anniversaries. And so when I launched my direct sales business, it was kind of awkward to all of a sudden be posting about my products, my services, what I had to offer. But I had to really think about, okay, my social media platform is no longer just my personal use. This is my business. This is my storefront. And every single day I have to flip the lights on in my storefront, and people have to know that I have something to offer. And listen, it is going to be an awkward transition. People are going to question, what are you doing? Why are you always posting about your makeup tutorials or your before and after pictures? And so what I had to get really confident in is saying, listen, these are products that I believe in, that I use, that have made me feel, more confident in my skin, and I want to share them with other people. And if you don't like the content that you see on my page, we can still be friends, but I'll show you where to unfollow or hide my content. And so that really comes from a place of just saying, listen, I know I might not be everybody's cup of tea. I know that you might not be interested in my product or service, but we can still be friends. And if you don't want to see my content, here's how you can hide it.
I actually agree with her in that video. The reason why I wanted to share it is because, yeah, I do agree with her that when you have a business, let's say that you're starting an online business, and maybe you have some kind of a following already on your main thing, and you want to go ahead and switch over. I mean, I would suggest that if you have a business starting a completely different, like if you want to look at social media, Instagram, for example, because the people who are following you on the one account might only be looking for whatever you're already posting. They might not be interested in this other stuff. So I do agree with her that if you don't like someone's content, if you don't like what they're posting, even if they switch content, then yeah, you don't have to follow them. You can also hide their posts. You don't have to, if it's something you're not interested in, there should be no hard feelings. But at the same time, you're not talking about products that you love. I mean, maybe she does love the products, but at the same time, you're also talking about recruitment though, because when it comes to multi-level marketing companies, as I've already said in this video and I say all the time, there is more of an incentive to grow a team and recruit people than there is to just sell products. So I'll agree with her on that video, on that Instagram reel, if it wasn't for a multi-level marketing company. If it was for anything else, yeah, that's great advice. And I love that she ended it with, you don't have to like my content, but we can still be friends. I love that. I really do, because the way that I am, I know that there's some people who, when they're anti-MLM, they can't see any type of MLM posts, and they can't deal with that. And a lot of times they'll unfollow people. But there are some content creators out there that I love because I love their normal content, and I'll just scroll past the MLM stuff. I won't go into their inbox and say, hey girl, or hey hun, you're part of an MLM, you know that those are scams, right? Like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go out of my way to do that. There are some people that will. There are some people who will be nasty about it. But yeah, just because you don't agree with someone selling MLM products, it doesn't mean that you can't be friends. It doesn't mean that you can't, even if it doesn't even mean that you can't be civil with one another. This is going to be the final thing that I go over in this video, but I thought it was really important because on my reacting to Ray Higdon video where he talks about that he addresses like anti-MLMers, or as he likes to call us, trolls and haters and all that, there were some comments on that video that talked about his rank makers thing and just, I guess you can kind of say like a little bit of an experience. So these comments that I'm about to go over are going to be from that video. I am going to block out the names just in case if these people don't want me to be, just in case if they go back in and delete their comments, I don't want their names to be up on the screen, because who knows, maybe Raymond will somehow see this video and then he'll try to give them a hard time. So the first comment says, he is well versed in contradictions. Don't ostracize your family, but don't give them energy. I had a year of one-on-one coaching with this guy. From my experience and in my opinion, nothing anyone does is good enough or right because he needs to be seen as the authority. in my experience and opinion, even if that means taking the ideas of clients and literally selling them as his own to keep up that facade, he will. Again, allegedly, and in my opinion. Yeah, because we have to be careful with how we say things. But then the other comment, it says, go out of your way to harm you. This is from a guy who makes videos both in Rank Makers and publicly, telling blatant lies about people and shaming those who've experienced a mental health crisis, at least in part due to their involvement with a specific MLM or him. One of the things he likes to say is the accuser is always guilty of the crime. That's messed up on so many levels, but taken at face value with what he's saying here, it fits. Which I think that is very dangerous to say things like that. Really dangerous to say things like that. Another person said, it took him about 6 months of me speaking out to unfriend me and then eventually block me on all platforms. TikTok was the last platform he blocked me on. When I was in Rank Makers, he asked me to give him a shout out to grow his TikTok account. I did, and I have since publicly retracted that support. More and more Rank Makers are waking up and leaving. Having safe spaces on social media are so important for those of us leaving. Which I want to say thank you to this person for speaking out. Thank you for being a voice for other people, because some people might not want to speak out because they'll be worried, or maybe they're scared. Maybe they don't want to get any kind of hate. Maybe they're embarrassed. Maybe they're ashamed. So thank you for speaking out about that. And thank you to anyone who speaks out. And another thing too is that if you don't want to speak out because of whatever your reason is, just know that there's a lot of us in the anti-MLM movement that would be willing to share your story anonymously and give you a voice. But just know that it's okay to not share your story because you might just not be ready to do it. There's another comment that says, I tell people it's hard, but inside his Rank Makers group goes off on people who say they're struggling, yelling, and swearing, telling them this isn't hard. All you have to do is talk to people, and a whole lot of other things in direct contradiction to what he's saying here. So yeah, Raymond is someone, I'm talking about Ray Higdon, but in my video I said, can I call you Raymond? So yeah, Ray, I personally never wanted to cover him, and I didn't say this in that video because I wanted to be as, not necessarily as professional, because I was laughing a lot in that video, but I normally don't do any kind of ad hominem attacks or anything like that, but there's something about Ray that really bothers me and he annoys me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his demeanor, what it is. I don't know, but I don't like him. I find him annoying, which is why I'm glad that there are people that are speaking out about it. I personally don't like any of these MLM gurus. I think that the courses and everything, it's just a bunch of fluff. It really is, because it all boils down to the same thing. You need to recruit people. There is a higher incentive for you to recruit people into an MLM. It's just, you know, if someone comes out and says, here are the tools on how to be a good salesperson, here are the tools on how to network with people, or give you legitimate tools, then okay, that's great. But a lot of the courses I've seen, there's really no tools. So in my opinion, of course. But anyway, that is all that I have for you guys today. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you like this video. Share it if you think that someone else can benefit from it. But, oh, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So I will see you guys next time. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye!